okay then. And you know how loud he is. So we're like, I was
conversation across the gym. I should ask where D is, but no clients want to get out of bed.
I know, right? Such a shame.
What else?
Which one are we doing? Okay, so it's funny how I asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
I got one that said unconditional, one that said conditional. And then Jeff was like, you'd be surprised. He's like, why are you arguing with me? I said, I'm not arguing with you.
Look at this absolute slaughter.
Oh, shit.
They sent me this today.
That's crazy.
They're like, we did it pretty good today. I'm like, oh my God, you just slaughtered all those Dorado? Jesus Christ.
Took out the whole friggin' ocean.
Sorry, yeah?
No, so I was just saying that, one person said it's unconditional, one person said it's conditional. Jeff was like, you'd be surprised. I'm sure that your co-host is not going to agree with you. I said, I don't know. And I said, even if he does disagree, I said, we don't argue.
No, because whatever. You have your opinion, I have my opinion.
That's exactly
We're not doing that one today, though.
No.
We're doing the gifts one today.
Okay.
The unconditional love, I mean, I would say that's... I think I texted you.
Yeah, you did.
It is unconditional. Love should be unconditional.
Yes.
But I think that unconditional love grows.
Yes.
Now, from a relationship, like a loving relationship context, from a family, I think that's probably the parent to kid is probably the closest to just straight out unconditional love. But still, that still grows and it's still part of you. And all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, we'll do the gifts today.
Yes, let's do it.
I called the title "Thanks, but I'm not into you."
Oh God, I like it a lot.
Okay.
Are you ready? Is it filming?
It's
it
right.
Oh my God!
That's recording, and is the tally on it? It is. So we're recording. Okay. Do one of these so it's not in the camera. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
What's cooking? As you can see, it's dark out. It's not even that late, though. That's the problem.
No, it's almost 6. 5 to 6.
It's 5 to 6 and not 6 to 7.
6 to 7. My God, people are going to be like this.
They're going to be like, oh, God, turn it off. Turn it
Yeah.
Yeah, but, welcome to Canada, where in wintertime it's dark. So today we're going to talk about accepting gifts from admirers that you have no real romantic interest in.
Interest, yes.
So let's talk about admirers. The ones who are generous, consistent, and very much not your type. Gifts start showing up, drinks get bought, there's a coffee on your desk, and a just because text on your phone. And you're like, this is cute, but also... babe, I'm never dating you.
Yeah.
So here's the question. Are you allowed to accept the gift and keep it moving? Or is that low-key emotional theft?
Okay.
Let's get into it. Okay. So I've had this happen a lot.
So have I.
I'm sure you've had this happen a lot.
Yeah.
Is it ever really, this is the huge question, is it ever really just a gift?
No.
Now we're assuming that this is a person that you interact with on a daily basis.
No.
Or in some regard.
Yes.
Whether it's a social outing or something, is it ever truly a gift?
No. There are instances where it is harmless, but there are a lot of times when it's insinuated other things after that. Like feelings, or I want to just smash you, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
That is the distinction that I would say.
Yes.
I would say that, let's call it 70 to 80% of the time, or 6 to 70%. I'd say 80% of the time, the gift is a genuine gift.
Yes.
Like it is somebody thinking about you and giving from that, not wanting anything back.
Yes.
But the intention behind giving a gift, I would say that's where things get a little iffy.
Yes.
Because it's almost always, I'm going to get them a gift because I have feelings to this person.
Yes.
And I want them to reciprocate or know the intention, or it's my way of coming out and saying it to them, or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
So yes, they may be giving the gift as an actual gift. You know, hey, I know you like that coffee, so I bought you that coffee. You know, my treat.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But the problem is, oh, now Natalie's gonna like me so much more because I got her a coffee she likes. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And also, I find that in my experience, people get you a gift like, and it's like a gift could be a simple gesture, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they go out of their way to get you a gift, a coffee, a treat you like, whatever. And you're like, oh, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that's like, okay, friendly rapport, whatever. But then they take it a step extra and they're like, oh, now we're friends. Now we're a little bit more buddy.
Yeah. Because of that.
Yeah. So I can come and I can butt into conversations that you're a part of, or I can come and, you know, touch you and do all this stuff. Like, they have more of that boundary pushed in, or they have more liberties because they gave you a gift and you accepted the gift.
Right.
So, yeah, it's never really just a gift. It is a gift, but it's never just a gift.
Yeah.
I wrote down soft, so the wording I used was, it's a soft, yes, people can be kind, but it's often a soft audition disguised as generosity.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Didn't you ask as part of that, didn't you ask, should you receive it? Or is that a later question?
That's a later question.
Okay.
Are they doing something for you or to get to you?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yes.
Absolutely, it's a bit of both. I mean, there are, there's so many different facets to it. So there are general times when it's just, like you said, just oh, hey, I was out, I thought about you, you know, I got you a coffee, I got you a chocolate bar, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then there are times when it's actually like, there's intent, like you said, right? And it's actually like more so than what's being led on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree? What was the question again?
Are they doing something for you? Are they doing something for you or to get to you? Yeah, usually it's to get to you. I mean, like, it's not the standard for people to come out of their way. This is a very nuanced question because it all depends on the situation. Mm-hmm. And you get so much indication on what the intention is behind the gift by how they act.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever accepted a gift and immediately felt pressure behind it?
Yeah, many times I have.
Give us an example.
Give an example. So way back, this is like going back to high school. Okay, like high school days, because I will always never forget
Well,
this.
high school's where people are...
Yeah, so there was this really nice guy, super nice guy, and I knew he had a huge crush on me. So I already knew this going in, like us being friends and whatever. Then Valentine's Day comes around. And then the next thing you know, I'm at my locker, and then he turns around. I turn around, and then he's like, here, these are for you. And I was like, it was a box of chocolates, which was really nice. And I think it was like a teddy bear or something like that. So I thought, you know, really the normal thing that a person would normally do, like on Valentine's Day, would gift. And I turned around and I was like, thanks. And then he was like, you know, telling me that he really liked me and that he wanted to like date me. And I was like, because I don't want somebody's hopes up. And I don't want to give the wrong impression. Well, I like you as a friend.
Yeah.
It's nice, thank you, that you got me these things, but I don't have those types of feelings for you. I have, like, you know what I mean? I'm not interested in that way.
Well, at least you came out and said it right away. And also, on hats off to him, because he
That's
also
a lot
did
of
the
courage.
same. Yeah, well, and he also came out and said it right away. I know a lot of people who, the problem is they give the gift, and then the gift there isn't the follow-up right behind the gift. Mm-hmm. And so it turns into this unassumed acceptance of, you know, oh, I gave you a gift, you accepted it and said thank you. Now I'm more in, or whatever they want to say.
And what about you?
Oh,
let's hear your example.
Do I tell them more? I do. I tell them more because I could do high school as well. High school is easy.
Well, that was easy for me because it's like as soon as we knew that we were doing this topic, I was like, that's the first thing, because it always sticks in my mind. Always that he's such, like I said, such a nice guy. I don't talk to him anymore, but it's just like I will never forget that because it was such a like a crazy nice gesture. But
I mean, like, there's that, and then there's the current working day, like
Okay.
example.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Well,
then, if you want.
I'll say the working one
Okay.
because it's funnier. But was working on a project. It was a long-term project. We were working together. The group of us was working about 3 weeks together of shooting. Pretty fast project. Only 15 days of shooting, but we were motoring. So this one actress who I interacted with enough because I had to negotiate deal contracts and all this with her and her agent, and I worked at her ride and pickups and drop-offs, and one day our driver was sick, so I had to go pick her up and do all this stuff. Anyways, all that to say, the last day she was on set, I was up in my little office, and I hear a knock on the door, so I was like, oh, come in. And she comes in, and she has this big basket with her of, like, everything that I had ever mentioned I liked on set. Well, and the reason I know that is because I was like, whoa, what's that? And she's like, oh, I just want to say, thank you so much for being such a good producer. Like, it was so nice working with you, and yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. How did you pick these things out? And she's like, oh, wow, these are all the things that you said you liked over the course of working together. And I was like, did you write a fucking list or something? And, I said, oh, I can't accept that. Like, that's way too nice of you. And yeah. And she's like, oh, well, I made it for you, so you have to take it. I was like, okay, well, you can leave it here, and I might offer it to people who come in my room and everything. And then she was like, no, it's all for you. And it was like treats and but it was weird stuff too. Like, I mentioned I like reading, so she got me a book, and it was just like she obviously listened to what I said. So I, hats off to her. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you so much for working together. Yeah. Is your driver there? Is everything good? Are you all set? And she's like, yep, I'm all set. I'm all good to go. Like, thank you so much. And I was like, great. And I was sitting down at the desk, and she goes, can I hug you? And I was like, oh, God. And I was like, and she was like, oh, you're right. Not professional at all. I'm sorry. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, bye. And then walked out. And I was like, okay, that was weird. So I told one of the producers that I work with, and she was laughing. She's like, oh, obviously she liked you. And I was like, well, no shit. And then I was like, just surprised she didn't say anything, didn't have the follow-up afterwards. And she followed up, and I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but she messaged me on Instagram and said, hey, I hope you finally got through all those snacks in the basket. Ha, 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 ha. I was just wondering if we could go out for dinner or something as like a debrief after the project. And I was like, no, I'm good.
And did she follow up with a response?
Well, she just said like, oh yeah, well, we could just grab coffee as friends or whatever. And so, whatever, appreciate her effort, but I would just, wasn't into her.
Oh no.
It's usually like, even the high school one was the same thing, where it was like, it was, this girl had gone out of her way Valentine's Day to build out this like choose your own adventure heart.
Okay.
Which is like incredible, but it was like a booklet, and you flipped to certain pages and did all this, but the whole thing was like this really elaborate heart that she had gotten me, and everybody else she just got, like, gave them a little like heart-shaped lollipop that said Happy Valentine's Day on it. So she's like, there, and oh, Nason, I got you this. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Awkward.
And then later she came at the end of the day and was like, oh, I thought maybe we could walk to the coffee shop and do this and this and this. And I was just like, yeah. Okay. Which, like, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem in both those scenarios is, it's not a gift. Yeah. It's a, hey, I want to show my interest by showing I listen to you, or doing a big love gesture for you, or yeah. Okay. Now, does accepting the gift mean you're leading them on?
No, I don't think so. It's the same thing like when we talked about in one of our other podcasts, when you're out at a club and some guy offers a woman a drink. That doesn't mean we're fucking going home and you're stuck with me and you need to
I thought that's exactly what it meant.
Right? That's not what it means.
I bought you 2 drinks. That's at least 2 sexual favors, okay?
Right? If you think you're dancing with some other man tonight, like that.
Hey,
No.
hey, are you dancing with him? Yeah, he's my friend. Why? I bought you 2 drinks. You shouldn't be dancing with any other man down here. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. It's
Right?
ridiculous. Oh.
So, if you accept it, no. I don't think that necessarily means any. I don't think you don't need to accept it. Like, it's nice that if you respect the person, that you do that. I mean, I've had instances where people have been like, when I've given a gift that didn't mean that, but some people took it the wrong way, and I was like, no, really, it's just like a thank you or whatever, right? And it was just like, they didn't really accept kindly to it, so I was like, okay. I just kind of like backed off from that, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I've done that too.
you know what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm of 2 ways, right? Like, if you know, it's hard. It's hard.
But it depends on the dynamic between you and that other person.
Yes. Well, because I'm 2 ways, right? Like, it's hard to just say no to someone's face.
Yes.
Like, you got me a piece of cake yesterday. Was that yesterday? That was yesterday. You brought me in a piece of cake. Natalie had her birthday recently, so happy birthday to Natalie.
Thank you.
And she brought me a piece of cake in from the birthday cake.
Yeah.
If I was like, if you gave me the piece of cake and said, hey, I got you a piece of cake, and I was like, boom, no, how dare you get me a piece of cake? You'd be like, what the fuck? No, that's one instance. So, but it's still like somebody went out of their way to help you or to do something for you.
Yeah.
It's hard to just be like, whack, no, get that away from me.
That's right.
And even though you may not have a relationship with somebody, even like a friendship with somebody, if they went out of your way and was like, hey, I heard you really like this, my brother's, designs those or did things like that, so I brought some of his in for you. That's just like, wow, like, that's amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. You kind of have to accept, which is another part that's tricky about giving people gifts, is you really have to, even if you're doing it to show interest, like you're like, oh, I like this girl, I'm going to buy her a coffee. You have to do it from a place of kindness and not expect anything out of it. You can't use that as leverage to be like, well, if you didn't like me, why did you accept me buying you a drink?
Yeah, that's
because
right.
It's like, well, I wanted a drink and you were offering to buy me a drink, so I'm not going to say no to you.
Yeah.
I'll take the free drink, but now that if there's stuff behind it, then no, I don't want it, right?
Well, this is why one of my friends told me a long time ago that I was dealing with like a while back, many moons ago, and he basically said, when I was talking to him about something that someone else I was dealing with, he basically said to me, don't do things because you have to, do things because you want to.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with
So if you don't feel inclined and if you feel forced to be giving something to somebody and it's not genuine, don't bother doing it.
Yep.
Because it's just gonna backfire or it's just gonna go sideways.
Yep.
Like, genuinely do it, and like, if you get the response of like, like, I shouldn't say rejection, but if you just get the response of like whatever that person says, the guy or the girl, just take it with stride. Like, you know what I mean? It's fine. Everybody goes through ups and downs and talking stages and relationships and whatever, right? And it's okay, like, to not have that person accept what you are offering, right? Like,
yeah, I'll also play devil's advocate, and I'll also say the other side of this. One thing I learned very early on, and I had a lot of mentors teach me on the business front, is there are no free lunches. So don't ever think when you go out for lunch with a potential client or going out with a vendor or something, you have to understand that there are no free lunches.
right.
And that's not to say every circumstance, but a lot of the time somebody will take you out for lunch or coffee or something. They will buy you a lunch, they will buy you coffee, they will buy you something, and they will expect that is returned to them in some way.
That's the word.
Or they'll try and use that as leverage to get something.
Right. So don't go into it having expectations that it's a give and take, push and pull, where it's like, okay, now you've done this for me, now I have to accept. I have to say yes to this. No, you don't. We all have that free will to say no to the things that we are uncomfortable with. And I get it that we're all have those moments when you are put up against the wall and you're not comfortable with certain things. And that's okay to vocalize that, and that's okay to say those things, because we're all human. We all have emotions, and you don't want to be leading somebody on you don't want to be wasting time with somebody when it can just be a friendship if that's what you want. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You just have to be very vocal, but be nice about it. Don't be like you just said, you just smash it on the floor and be like, I don't want this piece of cake. What the fuck? And just walk off like a crazy person.
Yeah, exactly. You got to play it, and you got to understand the circumstances and everything.
Yes.
Now, the next part of this, and I think what we're both getting at, is there is certain levels to the gift. There's certain levels depending on the gift. And that's where we go into the next question, which is what's the line between appreciation and manipulation? And what I'll say, the reason I say it like that is getting somebody a chocolate bar because you work together, or a coffee. You work together, you know their coffee order, you already were going to get a coffee, what's it to you to buy them a coffee?
Right.
That's one thing. And if you have feelings for them, of course you're going to be like, oh, I should get her a coffee, or I should get him a coffee, or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's that. But when it's like, hey, I think you're so amazing, and you've just been so great to me, let me take you out to dinner. That's fine in certain contexts, but it starts to get more into that murky water of I'm giving you a gift or giving you an opportunity as control, right? Or the old Hollywood trope of I'll give you this part, but you got to do something for me.
Yeah.
It all is in that way of like depending on the value of the gift.
Yeah.
And the intention behind what that value is. Now, people can give things to you for free, no problem.
Yeah.
But you have to, when you start getting into the higher value items, you have to kind of look at, okay, why are you giving me that?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to, like, bartering's fine, but in a romantic context, you got to be careful because it's, oh, I want to get you something special and take you to this place you want to try. Right. Well, now that's no longer a friend thing. That's I'm taking you out on a date. Now, of course, there's a certain context, but anyway. Well, it's to be genuine.
So in the context of, let's say, it's a pricey gift. It's it's like maybe not okay, I should say, it could be possibly expensive. Say it's like a piece of jewelry. Whether it's like ring, cufflinks, a nice tie, necklace, something to that. Okay, so if somebody were to gift that to you, okay, let's just say a woman, obviously, and you had no romantic feelings, would you decline the gift politely?
Who is this person?
So this is
Are they a coworker? Have I known them a long time?
So you've known them for quite a while, because yes, it's somebody that you let's just say someone you work with on a couple of projects. So every once in a while your paths cross, as an example.
Oh, okay. So it's not somebody that I regularly work with.
No.
It's somebody that I just, okay, so.
Yeah.
That would be weird to me. I mean, like, if you got me cufflinks, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I see you every day.
Yeah.
And we talk all the time.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's friendship related.
Yeah.
If you pull the Uno reverse and you're like, okay, let's do this. If you go on a date or something, I'd be like, whoa. Natalie hit me with the Uno reversal. But if it's somebody that I only see every once in a while and not quite often, and they said, hey, I know it was your birthday, so I got you a gift, and they got me like cufflinks or a necklace or something, that would make me go, okay, I really appreciate you doing that. I can't accept it.
Okay.
Like, truthfully, I can't accept it. I'm happy for you to go to buy me a coffee at lunch, but you need to return that.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if it's somebody that I work with all the time and they're in my production zone and they're somebody I hire all the time and they work under me all the time, and they were like, hey, I know you really like gold necklaces, so I got you a nice gold necklace, fine.
But what if that person, you didn't realize until at some point, whether that same conversation or later on, that they had romantic feelings for you? Then what? You've already accepted it.
But I'm the big boss. Like, I can't. Well, that's where it gets hard, because it's usually those cases where it's somebody who's close to you, who you're not thinking of that, and we're like, oh, well, we work together all the time. They obviously got me something nice, and then they pull the Uno reversal on you. then I'd be like. I'd be like, whoa. I would if that was the case and they said, oh, well, you accepted the gift, so I thought you liked me too, I would be like, okay, here we go.
You won!
I would. Well, because it's like you, and I would tell, but like if they were working for me, they would know how I communicate.
Of course, yeah.
So I would say to them bluntly, I'm like, you know that you work for me. I am unfortunately the boss.
Yeah.
I don't have that connection to you. I don't have those romantic feelings to you. I'm not going to lead you on.
Right.
I appreciate your love and I appreciate your support and everything. I thought this was just a genuine gift because you wanted to buy me something for my birthday and you know a lot about me and we've worked together a lot. So I wasn't thinking anything of it. But now that you've done that, like, here you go. You can take this back and give it to somebody that you really have feelings for, that they have feelings back to you.
Right.
I don't want you to get the wrong idea. And I would say it to them straight. And they'll probably be upset with me, sure, but I would rather tell them straight and
100%.
and accept that.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing, but I just think that I would do the same thing, but I think that things would be a little bit awkward afterwards. I think because it would still be stuck in your mind about like that incident, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the dynamic might slightly change between two people.
It has to. When you I'm gonna say pledge, but not pledge. Pledge is the wrong word. When you tell somebody your feelings, you've changed the relationship dynamic.
Yeah.
And that you should tell people your feelings. Don't be scared to. But you have to understand that if you do have love for somebody and you want to move things to a greater capacity, you have to accept that things are going to change. A hard thing for me is like there's a certain amount of love that I expect in a working relationship. But if you work for me and I'll say it as a female, if you work for me as a female and you want to turn into a relationship, I can't have you work for me anymore. Like, I may love the way you work for me, but I don't. I've learned I learned a long time ago that you don't mix work and play. If they want to be your romantic partner and I want them to be my romantic partner, then I have to separate them now from work. And they can go to their own projects, but they can't work under me in that same regard. And if they're upset by that and they're like, oh, but I thought you could do that, like you could work with me still and everything, that's not how it works. We have to have our own separate identities, right?
Yeah.
So things are going to change. You just have to accept how they're going to change. And, say it truthfully. And if that's, and I've learned too, you got to come out and say everything. You got to be 100% with people because then they can make their decision. You say, look, I'm happy to take you out on a date, but just understand I can't hire you now because if we're dating, we can't be working together.
Yeah.
And if she goes, oh, well, I want to still work with you, and then I'll be like, okay, then we won't go on the date. And she'll be like, oh, well, I want the date. And I was like, okay, then we can't work together. You got to pick one or the other because now the trajectory changes. And I'd let her sit on it and whatever, but that would be the truth.
Yeah.
My general rule of thumb, though, don't get people jewelry. Unless they are a romantic partner or a friend or a really, really good friend or a family member, stay away from romantic edge gifts. Yeah. Like something a little too personal, like jewelry is a big thing because that becomes part of their identity. Yeah. And it gets strange. Yeah. Get them something that, like, clothing is a great medium. Yeah. Because you get something, you're caring about their appearance, you're showing some love to them, but you're not going above and beyond to be like, here's a necklace and you should wear it every day kind of thing, right? Yeah. So that's
when we mean clothing, we don't mean like lingerie.
Okay, well that's fucking.
Hey,
I would hope that's
weirdos that are fucking out there.
I would hope that that's a no-brainer.
Some nice thongs.
Yeah.
Boxers or briefs, like silk ones.
Oh,
hello.
God.
I'm serious. You never know because people have some whack ideas in their head and just
like, yeah, stay away from undergarment. But like I mean, we shouldn't have to fucking go through everything. But it's like,
socks are great. Socks
are fantastic. Socks are great. Jeans are great. Yeah. Shirts are great. Yeah. Scarves are great. Yeah. Like, all those things are amazing. Like, like stuff that's like, you've thought about them and you're like, hey, I noticed you didn't have this. Yeah. So here you go. Yeah. That's nice. But getting into stuff like summer, like dresses, buying a dress for a woman, that gets kind of personal. Because now you're like, hey, I think you'd look good in this. And that gets kind of...
That's right.
It's kind of iffy. And thongs and that. Just stay away from the undergarments. So
the guy that I was... dating.
Okay, well that changes, yeah.
So he was like, what if I went to the store and I got you a gift? I said, first of all, you don't do gifts. But anyways, let's go on. Well, because he doesn't, right? So I said, okay, let's go on. What kind of gift? Well, what if I just got you some underwear. Thank you. And I was like, huh?
Huh?
And I'm like,
Well, we just talked about clothing.
I know. And I was
What
like,
do you mean underwear?
thank you. And I was like, what kind of underwear are you talking about? Well, you know, just some nice underwear. I'm like,
What purpose would that be for?
right. And I was like, he's like, he's looking at me. I'm like, what? He's like, well, what size are you? And I'm like, oh my God.
Whoa!
I was like, wow, that's now you're, like, as a woman, even men, I'm sure, feel, you know, self-conscious about your body at times.
Oh, yeah.
Or not always, like, think that you're hot shit and everything all the time, or you're feeling always good.
Right, yeah.
So I was a little bit like, thanks. Yeah. I'm like, you don't need to do that. Thank God they didn't, because I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah. Like, maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would hope if anybody did something like that, maybe they would have put a gift receipt in the box.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I know. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Like,
Bottom line is, don't do it. Yeah.
okay, and I'll say it like this. Like, there are definitely instances where that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girlfriends, boyfriends, like, anybody who you're romantically involved with, sure. Friend, like, not friends, but, like, maybe friends. Anybody who you're a situationship, whatever. If you are romantically involved in that way, then that's okay. I've gotten dresses and lingerie and all that shit for girls that are friends of mine.
Okay.
But that was a very special relationship. A very specific relationship, right?
Nathan.
Like, yeah, anyway. It's just, they were very flirty.
Okay.
So it was all there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, buying them a birthday present, and I was like, what can I get you? And they're like, I really need new underwear. Okay. What kind of underwear do you like? Because that's the next question.
Right.
Some girls don't like G-strings. Some
Yeah.
girls don't like thongs. Some girls like that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta ask them, because everybody has their preference, what they like.
Yeah. You're right.
Anyways, there are situations where it works. But if you're buying somebody a gift out of the blue, or even it's a new relationship, maybe don't go for the weird things. Like, start with, like, basics.
Yeah.
And then work in.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you're romantically involved, if you're, having sex and going on dates and doing all that kind of stuff, there's nothing to buying them a nice lingerie set. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of the same thing as, that gives the same vibes as somebody buying you 2 tickets to the opera and being like, yeah, me and you are going to go.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same vibe as that, of like, I have an expectation tied to this gift.
What about if it's 2 tickets to like a concert, or 2 tickets to like a basketball game? Is that the same thing like an opera? Is that how would you relate that?
But like, I'm giving you 2 tickets, or I'm giving you a ticket and saying, yeah, you're coming with me to the basketball game.
Yeah,
we're gonna go together.
Yeah, we're gonna go together. Yeah.
Well, you'd have to give it in a specific way. I wouldn't even give you the tickets. I wouldn't do any, because the problem is if you give 2 tickets, I'm just saying that I'm seeing guys do here's 2 tickets to the opera. You're gonna take me, right? Yeah. That's not how you do it. You have to do it like, hey, Natalie, for your birthday, I'm taking you to see the Raptors.
Yeah. Like if it was something that.
Yes. That's fine.
You're like,
buy it.
Okay.
It also depends on the relationship.
Okay.
Because me taking you to the Raptors game, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Now imagine some guy from the gym who you've spoken to 2 times comes up to you and says, "Hey, Natalie, I know it's your birthday. I'm going to take you to the basketball game." You'd be like, I mean, if he's hot, maybe, but maybe you do it. But it's still one of those things where you go, "That's kind of weird." Do you not see anything wrong with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything is up in the air.
100%.
You have to really judge it by scenarios, but there's those staple things that it's like, maybe don't do that, because it's just kind of weird. Like, you have to kind of look at it like, if somebody that I didn't know well, or that I knew in the capacity I know this person, came and gave me that, would I be okay with it?
Yeah.
Like, if I went and gave that girl lingerie, how would I feel if she gave me underwear for my birthday?
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably be like, I'd say thank you, but I'd be like, why underwear? Like, and the same thing, like, oh, well, they love the opera, and I'll take them to the opera. It's like, yeah, but would you, if somebody you didn't have romantic feelings for offered you an opera ticket or to go to the opera with them, would you want to sit through the opera with them? Well, no, I wouldn't. Okay,
Most
so maybe
likely not.
don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can ask them if they'd like to come with you to the
Yes.
opera, but don't make that their gift.
Yeah.
That they're then feel obligated to take.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the whole question that we started? Appreciation and manipulation.
Appreciation. Yeah, or manipulation.
I mean, the whole thing, I dumbed it down to, if you feel guilt, pressure, or like you owe something afterwards, then that's too much.
Manipulation.
That's too much,
sure.
right?
100%. Yeah.
Because a coffee, whatever. You get me a coffee, I'll be like, no problem,
Yeah.
I'll buy you a coffee tomorrow. Done.
Yeah.
That's nothing to it. But if it's like, hey, I got you this special diamond-encrusted gold chain that's one of one in the world, and I spent a lot of money on it, I'd be like, no thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then you're like, they're going to pull something on you. Right?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Here, going back to one of our first things we were talking about.
Yeah.
Should you say something if you're not interested?
Yes.
Yeah, clarity is kindness.
Definitely think you should. Although the majority of people don't. And they accept the gift, and then things start to unravel.
That's right. The earlier you say it, the better it turns out, because there's no expectation behind that.
Yeah.
If you just go, oh, thanks, you're the best, they're like, ha, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you go, thank you so much, I appreciate this gift, but just in case you're thinking anything, I don't have any romantic feelings towards you.
Yeah.
They'll probably be like,
yeah.
but you'll have saved yourself a lot of grief in the long run.
Yep.
I
agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree on that.
What's next? And then, okay, we talked about this. Does the size of the gift change the situation? The size or the monetary value?
Oh, yeah. We talked about that just now.
Yeah. The more expensive the gift, the more expectations may be attached.
Yeah.
Bigger gift equals bigger likelihood of, but I did this all for you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Remember that time I gave you the gift for blah, blah, blah? Yeah. Yeah.
Is it worse to accept the gift or reject it? This is kind of what we've been talking about the whole time. It's very circumstantial.
Yeah. It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the dynamic of the two people.
It depends on does the gender change? Does the gender change it?
What do you mean? Like, does the gender change? Like, what do you mean?
Well,
like?
we're talking about it very much in the case of the opposite sex giving you a gift.
Okay.
Does it change if it's the same sex? A man giving something to me, a woman giving something to you.
Yeah, it can. Because, again, let's just say that you know this person, but you never knew that they were romantically wanting more, right? And because, as we talk about on all our podcasts, throughout every single one, if that person doesn't communicate that to you, but they're communicating that through a gift to you, and you're like, you know, you've had many gifts done back and forth, but then this is just this one gift that's just like, what the fuck is this? It then obviously, from the same sex, it then obviously is like, I didn't know that you thought of me like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because I thought we were always cool and whatever. So yes, it can definitely not just, you know, be uncomfortable, but just change the dynamic between people of the same sex. That's how I see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think natively or inherently you assume less of a risk when it comes to people giving you a gift from the same sex. But there's been moments that I've been proven completely wrong with that. I remember I was with a group of guys out drinking. It was I think it was 5 of us, and we were off to the side at one of the tables, just like drinking, whatever, talking, and a waitress comes over and gives us a whole round of drinks, and we were like, oh, we didn't order these. And she's like, oh, no, it was sent from the table over there, and pointing to a table. And we're like, okay, you know, cheers and thanks. It was just another group of guys, so like, okay, whatever, maybe they're buying drinks for everybody, whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. Fast forward later, they come over and they start talking to us, and they're like, oh, how are you doing, guys? And we're like, whoa. We're like, hey, you guys were the ones who sent us drinks, right? Oh, yes, we did. And okay, thanks for that. Well, we just thought you guys were so cute, so we wanted to introduce ourselves. I'm leaving. And you know, of course, you just chat with them for a couple minutes and whatever. But it's just one of those moments where you're like, "Whoa, am I equipped for this?"
Clearly, they thought you guys were. So,
or yeah, there's moments where it's just like, I mean, getting hit on from a guy is the same thing as getting hit on from a woman for a woman.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
It's the same. It's flattering to think, okay, you like me and whatever, you're attracted to me.
Yeah.
It's just like, and this is like, I'm sure every woman agrees with me. Guys just like, sometimes they do it at the wrong moment. Like coming up to me at the bar and saying like, hey, I really think you're attractive, whatever, can I buy you a drink? Mm-hmm. That's one thing. I'll be like, haha, no thanks, bro, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But like, I've had guys hit on me at the urinal. I was standing there taking a piss, you know? And a guy comes up beside me and he's taking a piss and he goes, hey, I saw you out there. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he goes, I thought you were really attractive. I'm like, okay, well, maybe don't say it when I'm taking a piss.
Out of all places. I'm assuming that happens more frequently, obviously, in the bathroom.
Oh, it's happened to everybody.
Yeah.
But it's just like, maybe it's just a man thing where men pick the worst times where it's like, why of all, like, it's even, there's a song actually that I wanted to play for you. It's The Girls All Get Prettier When It's Closing Time. It's a country song. And it's like,
the googly eyes.
Right. Well, it's just like you're like, who can I get at the end, right? Oh, I think it was fucking the club where it's just like the lights come on and everybody's like, hey, so where are you going tonight? And you're like, not with
bed.
you.
Yeah, I don't know my bed.
I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed. Oh, can I come?
No.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's all about timing.
Yeah.
And maybe if somebody's busy or going to the washroom or doing something like that, maybe don't hit on them then.
Yeah.
And don't hit on them when it's closing time. Like, don't make the girl or the guy or whoever you're picking up think that there's the sloppy seconds or the tenths once you've struck out on everybody.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's all about timing. Timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rejecting feels rejecting feels rude. Accepting and ghosting, well, that's worst. Mm-hmm. If you're not into it, politely decline or clarify the boundary. It's not mean, it's honest.
Yeah.
And then, what did I say? So I have a couple more questions.
Okay.
What's the most awkward gift you've gotten from somebody you weren't into?
Oh. I don't know. I don't think I've really had an awkward time where I've gotten a gift from somebody that I was not into. You?
I've gotten condoms from a girl.
Put it to Nason's and give you like the fucking answers that are just like whack fucking answers.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it was from this like short, petite, like shy girl who was like, she's a good looking girl, there's nothing wrong with her. It just was like one of those things where it was totally out of character for her. And so she had gotten me like a mug and coffee and all this stuff. And then in the mug, she'd gotten me condoms. And she wrote like, just in case, and a winky face on it or something. And when I pulled it out and looked at her, it was Secret Santa or something.
Yeah.
And when I pulled it out and looked at her, I was like, I kind of gave an eye, like, what is that? And she kind of laughed it off and was just like, oh, you never know what situations you're going to end up in, right? And I was like, oh, okay, this is like a
gag gift.
Funny gag gift. Like, okay, no problem. And then later on, after, like, in the party when everybody's drinking, then it was like, oh, maybe there's something else going on here. Nothing happened, but it was one of those moments where you're like, oh, it's a gag gift. Ha, 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 ha. Later in the night when the drinks are flowing, wait a minute. What else? There's a couple other weird ones. There was it's always like Secret Santa or Valentine's Day or like, there was one girl who got me, I hadn't spoken to her. It was Secret Santa. Everybody was from like multiple. This was like a university thing, so it was multiple like sections, and it was just like everybody was inviting everybody, and it was like a huge Secret Santa pool.
Okay.
And this girl who I didn't speak to that much had gotten me. I didn't know that. And when I open my present, I have like this, not phobia, but whenever we do Secret Santa or I do Secret Santa, I always seem to get the shit gifts. Or I get the person who doesn't want to put that much effort in. So I've just accepted that when I play Secret Santa with people, I'm just going to like not get anything valuable. And so I got a gift from her, and I didn't know it was her, obviously. And I'm pulling things out and I'm like, oh my God, like this is like exactly like this is me.
Yeah.
And you do your 3 guesses and then she reveals it's her. I was like, wait, you? You knew that I like this coffee and this thing and blah, blah. Like, she got me all this stuff that I didn't know. And that wasn't weird. I was caught off guard. I was like, oh, damn, she listens more than she thought. What was weird was when she handed me another gift later and said, open that at home. And I went, huh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
And it was on it was a note, and on the note was maybe we should get dinner soon with like kissy lips, and then the gift was a thong. Okay. It was one of those moments where I was like, do I reach out to her and say? Because I wasn't interested in her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe because I wasn't interested in her, that I shouldn't do it. But I'd fool around with her, so maybe I should. So I ran into her a couple days later, and I guess she was upset with me that I didn't follow up. And so I was just like, hey, thanks for the gift, and did you want to grab dinner? And she just kind of blushed and was like, oh, no, I thought you'd follow up sooner. Like, it's okay, we don't have to. And then that was that.
Okay.
Which I guess, like, whew. But it was just one of those weird moments where you're like, are you doing this for the bit?
Yeah.
Or is it like, you're serious? Are you trying to like judge how desperate I am?
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, because I started asking people, I was like, what does this mean? And they're like, oh, she's playing a joke on you, she's doing this, whatever. Anyways, all that to say, I mean, later in life I've asked women about that, and they've all said, oh, obviously she liked you if she's doing that. And I was like, I don't know.
So one time I was with B. I went out and he's like, here, I got you something. I was like, okay. I don't know if I told you this, and he gave me the airline that he works for. He gave me like a luggage tag or gift keychain or whatever the hell you think.
Some freebie from work, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And he's like, then he played the line that a lot of people say, don't ever say that I didn't get you anything. And
oh,
like,
God, yeah. So you happen to get something at work that you didn't want, so you're going to give it to me.
Yeah, so you're going to pass it off to me.
Pass it off to me, and then use it as leverage to say that don't say I don't do anything for you. Yeah,
there you
go. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, and I was just like, thanks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're talking things like that, I've gotten into so many instances where somebody's taking me for coffee after I've taken them for coffee multiple times. Okay. And then later on, they've been like, hey, you know how I bought you that coffee? Can you write me a recommendation letter? And I'm like, where's the, hey, I need a recommendation letter for this. Would you please be able to do that? It's just like, it's like immediately use the thing that you think you can get leverage from.
There you go.
There's been a lot of instances like that.
That's the worst, is when people use that and manipulate to try to get what they want. That's I don't know. Everyone does it. Like, let's just be honest. A lot of people do it. Men, women, whatever. It happens.
What's the pettiest gift giver response you've gotten when they realized you weren't interested?
I don't think I've really had like a person really say anything.
No, everybody's usually pretty nice when it comes to it, because giving gifts is kind of that nice rolling ground where you can kind of like, if the person's really not taking it well, then you can roll it into well, I didn't mean anything by it. Like, just enjoy it. Yeah. So I've never had that either. I mean, like, I felt the energy change. Yeah. Of like, sure. Oh, they're definitely annoyed by me right now. Yeah. But I wouldn't say so.
Like, I haven't had anybody say, like, under their breath, like, oh my God, like, why would you, like, you know, like, nothing like that. Nothing to my face.
No, I've had friends give me gifts, and then I've been like, I've opened it, and it's been something like really random that like I'm never gonna use, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna use this, but like I golf, like I golf enough so that I can keep up with when I go golfing with people.
Yeah.
But I don't golf all the time. Like I don't go out of my way to golf.
Yeah.
And one buddy got me like a golf club sock cover.
Oh, yeah.
And he got me golf clubs, and I know he golfs all the time, or not golf clubs, got me golf balls.
Okay.
And I know he golfs all the time, so I was just like, thank you, I appreciate you giving me the gift, but why don't you take it? Because I'm not going to use it. Mm-hmm. Like, I might use the golf balls, but I won't use the golf club sock, and it was like a, you know, don't golf like a bitch or something like that, whatever it said. And he was like, offended? You're not going to take my gift? Oh. I said, I could take it. I'm just saying, if you're going to get more use out of it, why wouldn't you take it and benefit from your gift? Like, I appreciate the thought and I appreciate the effort of it.
Yes.
But I don't need the actual thing. And he just got really upset. And I was just like, okay, you take the golf club head and I'll take the golf balls. And he's just like, if you don't want it, I'll just take it. I was like, okay,
wow.
Jeez. I mean, I get it. But there's nothing worse than thinking of something, than making an effort for somebody and then having them be like, oh, you just take it.
Yeah.
No, I thought I was being pretty genuine, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever given a gift and had someone go, I'm not interested?
Oh, what are you talking about? The person I was seeing. I told you, and I told this whole podcast about the whole thing that I went out of my way just to put a bunch of like healthy shit in a jar. And I even told you, I told a lot of my friends really close to me, and I was like, I have a hard time with this person because I'm normally like a gift-giving person. Mm-hmm. Again, small things, but they're meaningful from me towards them. Mm-hmm. So I even told you, and I was like, I don't know, Nason, do I do this? I don't know, maybe I should just try. Because every once in a while, I got the whole bitch fest of like, you say that you're like this, but you never really do that. So I'm like, you know what? Fine. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to fucking do this on my own accord. I went and I did that. Sent a picture. I don't really like gifts. That, you guys all know, because I just said that in one podcast many moons ago. But I was just like, the fuck? Like, really? Really? And then,
that's hard, yeah.
It is. And then you're going to still, every once in a while, be like, oh, I want to do this for you. But, you know, you did this and I didn't appreciate it then. But now I oh, shut the fuck up. Like, no. Bro. Like, what the hell? But I wouldn't say anybody, like, not romantically. I don't think so. Not really. People that I've been involved with, like I've said before, and many podcasts, I've gotten things that I was just like, I don't know about this gift, but okay, thanks. Like, I told you, the shoes, the freaking Playboy socks that are, like, neon colors.
Yeah, like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, clothes are really tricky too. Like, that's another.
Oh my god.
Unless you're like pretty certain, clothing is really hard to gift. But yeah, like, I mean, everybody's had their fair share of, you know, they've given a gift and then people have.
Yeah, or like I got, like, from that one guy, I got a sketch, and it was a sketch of me. I think I sent you a picture of it, and you're like, what is that? And obviously you knew it was me, but they're like, And
that's the worst though, because you know he put so much effort into doing it.
Yes.
And for it to be just like, it's pretty bad. That's really hard. I mean, like, you got to appreciate the effort. I mean, there was a girl. Yeah, there was a girl that I was dating, and she painted me a nice picture that she decided or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Like, it wasn't a good painting. But how can you say fuck you, or not fuck you, but how can you say ooh when they put effort behind it? Like, yeah, you gotta,
or then that one picture of my house,
the
portrait of me as Wonder Woman, because I love Wonder Woman. She's like my idol. Mm-hmm. And then the boobs are like right here, and they're huge, and I'm like, you mentioned that to me, and I was like, is that what he thinks? I said, I don't fucking know, because I certainly don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, okay there, buddy.
yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, if you want to know what people really think of you, look at the way they draw you.
Oh, I know.
Ooh.
So it's been little things like that, and it's a lot of the times in my past, it's been from that one person, and I was just like, the thought count was nice for whatever thought that they put into it. The effort was nice, but I was just like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just something that you're bound to happen. You're bound to hit people's emotional nerves when you're giving them a gift.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to get something that's emotionally driven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like, you know, I've told the story about how I got that girl that rose and then she fucking threw it on the ground and there was that, and then, you know, I've had girls want to walk off while doing dinner, buying them a dinner. Oh yeah. What else? Girls getting really upset when I buy them drinks.
Oh yes, yes, I've heard
I mean,
stories.
like, this is like, it's just the typical as you go through life, you're gonna trigger people with your actions. I've had people get upset when I bought them books. Or it's just when you hit somebody, when you do something nice for somebody.
Yeah.
If there's somebody who hasn't had nice things done for them,
it's hard for them.
Yeah, well, it triggers a trauma response.
That's right.
And they don't mean to insult you or anything, but yeah, like it's like, whoa, I just bought you a coffee because I know you like that. Well, how do you know you like that? I like my coffee like that. Well, I've only been with you fucking 50 times where you ordered the coffee, but nobody else remembers I like my coffee like that.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you taking that on me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Like,
yeah. I know.
Oh yeah, or you know, it just people. People are a lot of things wrapped into a ball, and and you're bound to do something that triggers somebody at some point. So you just gotta roll with the punches.
Yep.
So all that to say, if somebody offers you a gift, do you take it?
Again, it depends on the circumstance and
that's right.
What it is, right? And like the dynamic between two people. I mean, for the most part, I'm gonna be honest, I would probably 90% of the time take the gift.
Yeah, I'd say usually, like, pretty safe to say I'd take the gift. If I wasn't interested, just to spare the feelings. Yes.
But if a conversation came on later on about that said gift, and let's say that they, like we talked about earlier on, that they were like, oh, I thought you liked me, you know, because of the gift. I'd be like, I accepted the gift. It was a nice thought, like you said, but I do not have those type of feelings for you. If the conversation arose later on, I would definitely have that conversation.
Oh yeah, especially if it's something that's a little bit more beyond the point. Yeah. The last thing I'll end with.
Yes.
When you sent me this message, I was in Cabo at that point, right?
Yes.
So I was working in Cabo, and I was speaking to one of the girls that I work with for this whole project down in Cabo. Yeah. And I was talking to her, and I asked her about that, and she was telling me about a boyfriend that she dated who was really well off. Okay. And on their third date, he gifted her a car.
What?
Yeah. Well, he had a lot of money.
Okay, yeah, but like third date?
Third date.
And she did what?
She took it.
And they are what?
Oh, they broke up like 2 months later or something
like that.
Oh
my god!
So he did all that, and then he proposed to her.
What?
And she said yes. So
what?
Well, she really liked the guy, and he was made of money. So yeah, he had third date. He'd given her a car because he was like, hey, I know you're having trouble with all this, and you take Uber and taxi a lot, so here you go. And it was like a nice Mercedes.
What, guys?
I know.
My whole
girls
conversation.
Are like, sorry. Yeah.
This whole podcast, my face is just gonna be my eyes.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I know. Fucking girls are like, yeah, we went out to dinner on a date, and he asked me to split the bill. Girls are like that. Meanwhile, this girl's getting fucking Mercedes. Boom,
oh
boom,
my
boom.
god! And let me guess, it was obviously fully paid off.
No, yeah, it was free car. It was, like, she had to pay for insurance and everything. Yeah. But like the car was free.
Oh my god!
Completely free. So there was that, and he was buying her flowers and all these clothes and just like spoiling her, flying her wherever she wanted to go, like. And it was a couple months, maybe a year like that. But yeah, he proposed to her, really nice ring, really nice dress, like set the whole thing up. But then he had a bunch of like, okay, well, if we're getting married, you have to agree to this, and this. And that was when she was like, No, so she gave the ring back. She gave the car keys back. She gave it all back.
Oh, okay.
No, I said to her, I would have taken the car, but sure. And I would have been like, a gift's a gift. A gift's a gift. But, at least pawn it off or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get it. She still loved the guy. She still cared for him.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where he gave her a bunch of you need to do these things.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
So this is a good thing that you're saying this, because Maddie was telling me this like a couple of days ago. So anybody knows Maddie is like my daughter, right?
Yeah.
So she said that she was talking to somebody. This is like many moons ago. And this guy gifted her like jewelry. I'm like, so I said, Maddie, was this like real gold, real whatever? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? You never told me this. Anyways, long story short, she said that she went to a store at STC, got it appraised, and then she got some of them, like they took it, like they paid her out. But I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the hell, Madison? You didn't keep it? She's like, no, I didn't want to keep that gift from her. I'm like, but you accepted it? She's like, yeah, why not? I'm like, oh my God.
So how much did you make off of it?
Oh, just like a couple $100 or like
okay.
whatever.
So it was plated. It was plated.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but she still like got some money or whatever for it. I'm like, you never told me any of this, and I'm hearing from this now. I'm like, what the hell?
Been holding out on you,
right?
Stacking her cash.
So she's clearly one of those girls. Hopefully, over time, she'll learn as she becomes like a woman and stuff that you don't always do that, because sometimes you're asking for unwanted, people or energy that you really don't need, or could lead to even worse things like obsession, stuff like that. Not to say that we're not trying to get into that, but like stuff like that can happen, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to just be really careful. There's nothing like I know personally as a man, if I'm giving something to a woman,
yeah,
I'm not expecting it to not be taken or to be turned away, even if she doesn't have feelings for it. I'm still giving you a gift. So I understand that. But if you're malicious about it, it kind of sucks to take advantage of kindness.
Yeah, it does.
But at the same time, if somebody gives you something and says, here, this is a gift from me, it is a gift.
Yeah, it is.
And if they're like, if a guy's buying you a drink and going, can I come home with you later? And you say no.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I bought you a drink.
Yeah.
Fucking here, pay me back for the drink.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up as well. Like, why are you even buying the drink if your intention is just, oh, I know.
One dance. Now I got to dance with you all night and I'm stuck to you like glue. No, that doesn't mean shit.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like the interpretation or what people assume is so wrong on like so many levels.
Well, yeah. And then, there's also the other side where maybe you two are hitting it off and having a good time. And, you're dancing with her and she's dancing with you and you're buying her drinks, she's buying you drinks and you're having a good time. There's also a murky water that happens when one of the parties doesn't want to go home with the other party.
Yeah.
I've had it happen. I've had it happen on both ends where I've been like, and she's been like, no.
Yeah.
And then on the other side where she's like, and I'm like, no. Because like at the end of the day, it's all about circumstances, right?
Yep. I agree.
So all that to say,
yes.
Tell us your wacky and wild stories.
Thank you for the suggestion too for this topic.
Yes, thanks. Shout out to
Jeff.
To Jeff,
yeah.
Who said this is the thing. And I'm curious to hear your stories, whether through Natalie or on the comments or whatever. So just send us what your crazy stories are. Yeah. You guys, I think our email's up there, so if you want to submit anonymously, you could send it and we'll review it next podcast as a little recap.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys are having a wonderful January so far. We'll talk soon.